Okay. So yesterday was an interesting day. And it doesn't look like it was that interesting for a lot of stocks. Interesting day for the market, not so much for stocks, unfortunately. Damn, knee's still killing me. Still pretty close to that 200 moving average on Tesla. Market with a pretty large reversal day yesterday, which is pretty odd. Yesterday was a Tuesday. There's nothing, I don't know if there's anything specific to Tuesday that would have made the NASDAQ do that kind of volume, the futures market, but I mean that's some pretty interesting volume on the futures. I was trying to see what uh, what could be that good on the futures. Um, Maybe they just bought a bunch. You never know. So far, unable to go below yesterday's low, about 13,100. It looks like. So I'm fairly intrigued down here, actually. Although I don't know if I really want to start putting money at risk yet. I got no big caps up here. They still look like they're consolidating. AMD, Microsoft down 1%. Oh, actionable list just got bigger. Tesla's flat now. I think looking for those really big outstanding up days in volume. There's one that kind of got us out of this low. There's this one here, which um, is it that one? That one's kind of an outlier. That goes back to March of last year. That one's good. That one's pretty good. We do bobble it a little bit for a couple of weeks and then we start on a ramp up. That's that one I was looking at. So our big green candle yesterday, pretty interesting. I think the birds are trolling my cat. So Tesla off the 200 here is fairly intriguing. USI. Let's see what's what. Fubo, Litecoin ETF, Sandals. Take a look at that Ethereum ETN. There you go. Hey, what's up, Muhammad? Good morning. Thanks for saying hi. Yeah, working really nice out of that symmetrical triangle. Should have bought that thing. Lots of stuff I should have done. General SI really taking it on the chin there. Coming back to his 200 daily moving average. That could be a buy point for longer term holders. Alibaba still unable to get going. Same with YY. XPEV has earnings. Looks like tomorrow. Roku at the 200. GBTC holding fairly steady. Hey, morning, Sabode. Bottoming on the Nasdaq. Yeah, yesterday looked pretty good for bottoming on the Nasdaq. You've got basically a bullish hammer candle on massive volume on the NQ. Actually, let's look at the Qs. So I think that's a good start. That's definitely good. Got a lot of things pretty down deep on some support. And the Qs apparently don't want to. My whole program seems to have frozen. I probably am using way too much memory, which I am. Damn it. See if that'll help out. How does email use so much memory? I don't understand that. Did it update? Oh, looks like it finally updated. Jeez. I got like 32 gigs of memory. How was this not enough? I don't understand. Really frustrating. You were thinking that too? Yeah. Um, yeah, it's a good start. I mean, I added to one of my Tesla options down here, my long-term Tesla options. No, it's Gmail. I'm using Gmail. These are Firefox tabs that are using so much. Do they have a light Gmail client? I would use that. I'm at 83%, which is really weird considering the fact that it says only have. I got 32 gigs of memory. So weird. Need to buy another. I guarantee if I buy another 32 gigs of memory, I'll still use 85% of my memory. I think Tesla down here is not a bad spot. I like Tesla down here. I bought another call, another leap down here. I don't think that's bad. But yeah, so the market yesterday. Let's look at the Qs here. I'm not sure if the Qs had the exact same. They had a pretty similar reaction. Yeah, pretty high volume day yesterday. Didn't quite close above the previous day's close, but it's okay. Under the 50-day, so maybe that means something. Probably shouldn't though. OSs are designed to use max RAM. Yeah, but to the point where because I'm pretty sure what's happening. It's you get over 80% and starts transferring data to the hard drive, which slows everything down. I'm just like, shouldn't it be optimized for performance? I don't know. Maybe it's 85%, but sitting at 83 after closing my Gmail tab. What I should do is I should close my crypto tab here. Go from 84% to, come on. I gotta look at a different one. Oh, it's not doing it. It's still up. Wow. I didn't want to close it, but I guess I'll just close it. Anyway. Yeah, RAM's good. Just when it freezes your computer, it's not very convenient, I guess. All right, so the Qs looked pretty interesting yesterday too. Now I think we're definitely in a low area. I think that's probably a good way to put it. Actually, you know what? This would be a good place to take another Tesla trade, maybe. So bottoming at the 200, we're gonna squeeze above the 50. I think I was looking at like a 747 call a while back for Tesla. Yeah, it was right there on that day. Not quite an undercut and rally. Yeah, it didn't quite undercut. Couldn't make a new lower low, at least not yet. Yesterday on Tesla, also looking like a pocket pivot, if that were a green day, but it's not. But it did close really well. Pretty much rallied all day long. So it's kind of an outlying bullish candle. Hey, what's up, Ellie? Tesla looking pretty hot down here at about the 600, well, now 620 level. We dipped under 6 again yesterday, barely. No, I didn't show up yesterday. I was super tired. I knew the market was kind of meh, so I didn't show up yesterday. Everything looks kind of bad. Yeah, for the most part, generally I agree. Tesla's kind of like my one outlier. Nasdaq, do you see the day Nasdaq had yesterday? Look at the futures markets here. Had a big beautiful reversal candle, a big hammer candle on really good volume. It was also there on the Qs, not only the futures but the Qs as well. I already sold everything. I already sold everything. Um, I did add to one of my Tesla leaps though, down here at about the 6. Yeah, so the the Nasdaq yesterday was definitely interesting. Hey, what up, Blair? When are we jumping back in? I don't know. I think down here, like if you're willing to hold for a while, um, I think down here is not horrible. You know, if you're willing to take another move down. I don't know if we go into a full blown bear market or not. I hope not, but Ellie says not today. Ellie don't like today. You know, I wonder if we could draw a trend line across here. Yeah, I can't argue much against you there, buddy. Yeah, vacation is not the end of the world. Yeah, if we're not going to go full blown Apple, then I'm with you on chopping the year for the most part too. 1 to 2 years for Tesla. Well, I've already done that. I already dumped a bunch of money into Tesla and waiting, so I'm already in the middle of that game. Getting some diamond hands here with this one. Yeah, crypto's still doing good. Speaking of crypto, that yeah, I heard something about that yesterday that they had bad earnings. Oh yeah, look at that. Jeez. Yeah, I'm doing my buy Tesla leaps and sell short Tesla calls strategy. I just started. I should have been doing it months ago, but I just started it unfortunately. But yeah, Lemonade getting hit here negative 81. Estimates were negative, so it's a little bit lower. Yeah. Yeah, if you're not blowing it out the water, they're selling. Market's not in rally mode, so I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. Yeah, these aren't the markets to be buying these high flyers. I mean, yeah, we talked about Tesla and not Tesla, and there's not too many things that are Tesla. I mean, Tesla's a new Apple. Apple's Apple. Tesla's Apple. Markets in eat shit mode. Yeah, is there a actually there is a symbol for each shit called SQQQ. That's triple short the Nasdaq. Yeah, 6 months ago. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, Ellie, when I was bitching about the price of wood. We should have been like looking at that. I was trying to buy wood, and I was telling everybody here I couldn't buy wood. Just yeah, no, this is a joke, by the way. I got I got eaten on SQQQ um during the 2010 run here. I got eaten by it. Not fun. Why don't you trade commodities? It's all chart patterns in the end. A lot of the better chart pattern traders trade commodities, believe it or not. Because when you think about accumulation and distribution, that's a lot of, I mean, commodities are, their business is, buying and selling that. It's not like a stock. If you're buying soybeans, you got to buy soybeans. If you need copper, you got to buy copper. Know how to buy DYFN coin without paying a ton of gas? I don't even know what that is, DFYN. And gas, so you mean it's on Neo or it's on Ethereum? You can try to find it on BSC, but make sure you don't get scammed. Ellie, you just said you don't trade commodities, so don't start trading commodities. You guys can look at the ETHE, which is the Ethereum ETN, basically doubled in the past month. You told me you don't trade. I'm just trying to keep you honest here, buddy. Well, technically you're a man, but depending on what you feel like today, I don't know. There's no need to be confused though. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. Boom! First transgender joke of 2021. Oh yeah, JJ, then you're gonna have to eat it. You feel like a cat? We got a new kitten. We got a new kitten last night, actually, Ellie. I forgot about it. Yeah, Copper hasn't been here for like a week and a half, something like that. Pretty sad. Copper was an amazing cat. Wife and the kids got a new cat last night. I keep saying Alice. It's not Alice. It's Amber. Her name is Amber. So your pronouns. Psst. My pronouns are ball of yarn and dead bird. Those are my those are my cat pronouns. All right, market down 1.6. Tesla had an interesting day yesterday as well. Pretty high volume day yesterday. Um, pretty much got bought up all day long. So mentioned someone mentioned support for Tesla. I mentioned both of these lows. We're finding support at the 600. Hey, later, Blay. Take it easy. And have yet to get back to the spike low of 540, give or take. I believe so, JJ. Yeah, so if you're gonna do it, you should probably, I guess, do it in size. But if it's already up 200%, make sure it's in a base and you're not FOMOing in and having to pay gas fees on top of that shit. So that's not very good. Yeah, I if it's not on BSC network, then you're gonna have to pony up some gas fees. All right, 1.4 down for the Nasdaq. We bounced a little bit. I think Tesla's in an interesting area. Yeah, it's going to be rejecting something until it's not. I mean, right now, I think the bigger thing is if you want to talk about rejection, it's basically rejecting the 600 level, going lower right now at least. So, yes, yesterday was a real interesting day. It's not guaranteed to be the bottom by a long shot. I mean, if you look at the futures, I was checking this out yesterday. You've had days here where you have big green candles like this. Um, there's this day right there. Of course, this was in a big uptrend. This one kind of sparked this downtrend, and then we were able to reverse back out a little bit. This a high volume candle being a bottom. Usually, high volume is tops, bottoms, and breakout. What is DFY anyways, JJ? If you don't mind elaborating a little bit. But I think it's intriguing for some accumulation in the markets. Excuse me. Um, yeah, I mean it's a good first sign. Not that yesterday was the bottom. We could try to go lower a little bit. A rejection of that low would be nice if we try to go lower and get rejected. So this is also a pocket pivot on the futures market, which you don't get very often. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's a pocket pivot. That same one there. That was at a high though, and that kind of reversed us uh, a little bit. So then you've got this one, which is looks like basically a breakout or even a potential follow through day candle. If your lows down here, it could be actually that would be your follow through day. Yeah, let's go look at IBD for a minute. Well, I can Google it, JJ. I'll just go right there. Ouch, JJ. I was asking for a little synopsis so I didn't have to do the dirty work, but I guess I'll do the dirty work. That's a nice chart pattern. That is really nice. AMM decks. Aren't dexes AMMs? Maybe not. It's a multi-chain AMM dex. Interconnected AMM node on different blockchains. Polygon instance deployed a DFYN as a gasless exchange. Sign the transaction. None of the fees is passed to the users. It's on Uniswap and it's on the DFYN network if that's going to be a thing. Multi-chain DEX. Is that Ethereum? They're just changing the colors just because they like it or what? Liquidity, very, very tiny exchange still. The chart pattern looks really good though. Like that looks great. So I'm with you on that one, JJ. Oh, see, they don't even have it. Yeah, it's up from 1 to 3. Yeah, that thing's ready to tear. The hell was I doing initially? I was gonna go to Investors Business Daily. You could have said another DeFi exchange. That's all you had to say. Where's their charts? Last time I tried looking at their charts, I couldn't look at them. Probably changing something, obviously. Young Investors Survey. Well, I don't qualify for that anymore. Let's go back to the old page for a minute. I know they had a chart. There you go. Look, a chart. Jeez. Why they gotta make everything so difficult? And you won't even let me look at a chart. There we go. All your stocks are dead. Not completely dead, just mostly dead. That's a distribution day. I'm not sure if that's not a distribution day. Later, Ellie. You're holding lemonade? There you go. Then you know what you're doing. That's good. So that's 4 distribution days so far. 5. Not too bad lately. Yeah, I think everyone's does, Muhammad. You know, we can only get what the market can give us. So when the market's not giving, I don't think you can feel too bad. I'm coming to terms with that. Um, I I generally kind of like these environments, um, because the next run's coming up. So you got to look at it from that perspective. And where you are today is where you are today, and your goal for the next run is your goal for the next run. The only thing you can hope is that we don't get chopped up too much in the meantime, and that's really about it. Don't get chopped up too much in the meantime, and don't try not to front run. Let the market pull you in. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. Um, yeah, when it comes to going cash, I am a big believer in going cash, which this wasn't really a major market top, but at least with my options, I learned some lessons I didn't think I had to learn again, but apparently I'm still learning some of the same lessons. I lost more than I wanted to. I'm definitely still up a significant amount from 2020, but I definitely lost more than I planned to. I think I'm going to implement a maximum profit or maximum account drawdown rule. So if I'm down like 20 to 25%, I need to definitely highly consider liquidating the account. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about right now, because I definitely exceeded that 20 to 25% drawdown, which I would have been perfectly happy with, and that is going to happen in every cycle. You're going to get that drawdown from the top, but it shouldn't be an excessive drawdown. You should prioritize keeping those profits. And that's something in this cycle that I don't think I focused highly enough on. And I let a lot of those profits go, which I'm not at all happy with. Like, regardless what you think, you know, regardless what you think about anything, what your opinion is, It doesn't matter. You have to focus on keeping those profits and growing that account. Make your account balance look like this Nasdaq chart. You want to keep as much of those profits as you can keep. Um, yeah, it's the only way to survive, Muhammad. I mean, I've broken that cycle a number of times. I almost broke it this time, and especially on my cash account, I gave up way too much on my cash account. I gave up like 60% on my cash account instead of 20, which is not sustainable. I mean, because we're not gonna have every year like 2020. That's for damn sure. So I think there's still a little bit more work to do from my side. I think I need to do some more post analysis, which I really haven't done enough um, post analysis on my trades in 20. I did a little bit, but I need to do more. Yeah, I did some post analysis. Couldn't even find where my drawdown was. Like it looked like the trades that I saw. I'm like, I should only be down 25%. I shouldn't be down this much. Makes you feel better. Buy same again, so it's down only 15%. I mean, whatever everyone's going to trade different. So whatever the rules are, those should be whatever the rules are for you, those should be the rules. And I mean, I don't want to say it's simple, but from that perspective, it's fairly simple. Your rules are going to be different from my rules. That's basically what I'm saying. And that's fine. I mean, that's good. No one should be beholden to me, and I shouldn't be beholden to anybody. There's guys that do a lot better than me, guys that do a lot worse than me, and I'm pretty sure everybody feels the same way. So, except for that one guy, I can't find anyone who's doing better than him, and he's on Twitter and probably lying about half of it. So, I mean, you never know who's doing better. Guarantee if you're still in the game, a lot of people are doing worse. So that's good. If you're still in the game, you still have an account, and you're doing better than most people, trust me, you're doing better than most. So don't get too down on yourself, and just let the market come back to you, and you jump back in when the market's right. That's about it. Yeah, right, JJ. Yeah, I forgot a little bit of that in this cycle. I mean, things were running so good for so long. I forgot about it a little bit. Yeah, that's I've been kind of reliving a little bit in my mind what started me getting profitable in the first time, and I'm like, hey, I should just start practice taking profits, and then all of a sudden I was making money. Um, Kind of funny how things work. You have to have that mindset to take profits, and I need to get back into that mindset. I was kind of into because like now I'm in this buy hold mode with Tesla. Like I have this position in Tesla, which I'm going to be holding for a significant period of time, years and years, which is completely different to me. Now I don't know if that changed my perspective, or I mean it could have. It definitely could have shifted something in my brain I wasn't consciously aware of. But my options trades were definitely suffering and maybe it's because of that. So I have to somehow compartmentalize that because that exit isn't for a long time. So speaking of which, market rolling over a little bit. Market rolling over a little bit here. 177 for the Nasdaq, and what was once up is now down. Back to being down. So we'll see how it handles what was a pretty nice low from yesterday. Although right now it doesn't appear to be so interested in holding it up. We haven't breached it yet, so don't count your chickens before they hatch. In either direction, really. Like yesterday was a good day. I did add a bit of a long-term Tesla option here because I don't know. Even if we go back down to 5, I could always add again. Um, if we get down there. And like I said, in the meantime, I'm just going to be selling these short-term calls for Tesla. So when we do bounce, hopefully it'll be a nice one. Let's take a look at the big caps, and then I think I'm going to get out of here. There's really not much going on today, at least in the morning. Yesterday, we rallied a decent amount of the day actually. Let's take a look at Apple. Excuse me. Apple back the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. Let's go full screen on the daily. Get rid of oh, here we go. There we go. So there's your 50-day, there's your 200-day. We are getting really close. Last time we got that close, we were here and we actually broke through the 50 early. Here we're not doing that. So break of the 50 is not very good. We broke the 50 up here, as a matter of fact, and we were hoping we were going to start rallying here, but unfortunately not. Um, so Ellie mentioned earlier, chopping the good amount of the year, if not the rest of the year. I can't say otherwise, to be honest with you. Um, Yeah, I can't say other than I mean, chop would be okay from a selling options perspective, I guess. But buying options perspective, that's not good. You don't want to be owning options at chop because they'll just get eroded pretty quick here. So Apple rolling over, definitely some negative pocket pivots recently. That's not showing very good. Amazon still up in a high tight, not really tight, but definitely a higher range, which is good. You've got one candle there, which has some selling pressure to it for sure. And then after that, pretty much all selling pressure. Still able to hold up. 50 and 200 have crossed a little bit. They're fighting with each other. And the fact we haven't dropped down tremendously is keeping even our 200 days on an uptrend. So looks like it's going to start flattening out here. Last time we flattened on the 200, we went flat. So hopefully that's the case for Amazon, as there's really no need to sell Amazon. Amazon's still leading the world. Microsoft has been loosely in an uptrend. As of right now, it's in a shorter term downtrend. 50 and 200 still have a ways to go. Microsoft is probably leading the mega caps right now in terms of leadership. It's number two. Amazon's not number two. Microsoft's, unless it's come back down. They're they're flippy floppy at the moment. But Microsoft, here's the high that everything was basing from. Microsoft still above that high. So I think Microsoft's in a pretty good area generally. And if and when it bottoms out, maybe by the 200 day again, maybe something like that, we'll look for some elevated volume candles or something. It could be a good opportunity for some entries on Microsoft. I guess we'll just end on Tesla. I don't know what other. I don't really look at Google that often, to be honest. So and then there's Tesla still holding up above long-term trend lines. 200 day and 50 days still have a decent breadth to it. Maybe we'll come down and test it. We are still above the 200 right now. Volume has definitely declined, although we've been pretty steady here for the past couple of months as we wore off a lot of that early accumulation in Tesla back down here. And need to get some green pocket pivots, which we don't have yet. And if we go sideways for the rest of the year here, we may be potentially near a low. Maybe Tesla will start to look like it's going to rally early. It is a leading stock. And obviously Tesla has a lot of good things going for it. We've talked about that all day before. We don't need to do it here today, but let's look for some Tesla news. What do we got, just for fun? And then we'll bounce, unless you guys have anything to talk about or any questions. Tesla seeks entry into U.S. renewable fuel credit market. What's that? Oh, that's cool. They got a Reuters article. See if they'll let me read it. Tesla seeks entry into U.S. renewable fuel credit market. Renewable fuel credit market. What? I didn't know that was a thing. Hmm. Oh, so it's kind of like a carbon offset market. Pending application to the EPA tied to power generation and renewable credits. EPA produces a list of pending applications with some details, but not the company's names. So aren't they going to try to sell Powerwall power, which is a little bit weird. Market generated 18 billion credits in 2020. It's currently dominated by ethanol producers. Tesla's application would likely be tied to production of electricity associated with biogas. Why the fuck would they be doing biogas? Makes no sense. Entry of Tesla and other electrical vehicle makers to the renewable energy scheme could attract investment for much needed infrastructure network, including charging stations. for electric vehicles anger some in the U.S. refining industry who would need to buy the credits known as RINs generated by Tesla and other alternative fuel providers, essentially subsidizing an electric car company that seeks to put petrochemical refiners out of business. That's right, bitch. Prioritizing electric vehicles over biofuels as an answer to the climate crisis. Well, biofuels by definition aren't green, so key question is how to trace the credit eligible biogas from its origin through to a car's battery. Oh, so electricity generation to charge cars. So maybe they're looking to buy. Oh, maybe they're looking to buy it cheaper. Oh, Tesla would generate the most lucrative type of credits known as D3s, which trade at a significant premium to the larger pool of traditional ethanol credits, as well as building electric cars. Tesla is also investing in charging stations and large-scale batteries. Well, duh. I see what new Tesla news is coming up. Always like to see Tesla news. News Tesla. Let's see if they actually have news on themselves. Not really. What else we got? Tesla April sales from China were mostly exports. Okay. Waymo and Cruise said to be seeking approval to commercialize self-driving rides in San Francisco. Oh, that's interesting. Waymo has over 83,000 autonomous miles in its proposed deployment area. Proposed deployment area, so they're just doing it in a small area. Huh. All right, everyone. I think I'm going to bounce. Let's see what the market's doing. Where's the... Oh, there we go. I forgot how my program works. All right, NASDAQ down 1.6. Quite a bit of red on the screen right now. And not much has changed. Litecoin down a little bit. That's really about it. Tesla down a little bit too, although lower volume today. We are down near that 200-day moving average. So, yeah. All right, guys, I'm out of here. You guys have a great day. I will see you later in the crypto show or tomorrow. Bye-bye.